Hey guys, it is Sunday and welcome once again. My name is Jock. I am a professional medium and an author, or the author of Deadly Departed, a paranormal researcher, and all that good stuff. I want to ask you a question today, and this lesson I think is actually fairly important that we're going to jump into. How often do you speak to your guides? If you have developed a relationship with your guide, how often do you speak to your guides? Let me know, just out of curiosity, in the comments below, how often you get communication from your guides. And when we come right back, we're going to dive into this next lesson, which is about remaining grounded when you're developing your mediumship in terms of guides. So, let's jump right in when I come right back. God bless. Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about remaining grounded, and that's all about you developing your mediumship. So before we jump right in, let me give you the usual welcome intro, and if you have not been here before, then please subscribe, because every Sunday, as much as I can, I release videos on questions that I receive from readers of my book, Deadly Departed, The Do's, Don'ts and Dangers of Afterlife Communication. And so we're going to jump right in. That's my sales bit done. If you haven't got the book, then please get it, and you can take part in the readers group. You can take part in asking, you can ask questions and I'll answer them on video. Every one of these lessons that I get is actually stemmed from a question that someone has asked that they don't understand. And so rather than me just writing back to them, I record videos and I teach them so that everybody can get the benefit of them. Okay, let's jump right in. Guides, how often do you speak to them? I was asked this recently, how often should I be speaking to my guide? And then I was also saying, what makes a good medium? What makes a great medium? Look, everybody has got their own way of doing things. Everybody has got their own way of developing their relationship between themselves and a higher power. But one of the imbalances that we often find, that we often get, is when people are jumping into developing the relationships with their spirit guides and they have some form of connection, they start to take it all too seriously. They can't actually live their life without a spirit guide. And if you really want to be a good medium or a great medium, then my personal opinion is try and remain as grounded and as scientific as possible. Not every sign is a sign from your guide. Not everything that you hear is from your guide. And here's the danger. If you live your life by not being able to balance between your spirituality and your material life, you run the risk of actually everything overtaking you, everything becoming too much in terms of your spiritual development. And that in itself is a danger, because when you can't live your life without, and I do know people that cannot do anything without referring to their guides. They're in Walmart or they're in a shopping centre and they can't choose a pair of shoes because they've got to ask their guide, or they don't know what to have for dinner tonight because they have to ask their guide what should they get. Firstly, guides are not really care. They're not coming through to guide you every step through your life. You have your choices and your free will to make. You have lessons to learn. They're there for your spiritual development, your growth. They may step in and warn you. They may become part of your life and stop you from making a really, really, really bad decision that may affect your destiny in such a way. But they're not there just to sit and have a coffee with and a chat with, and to live your life by everything that you hear in your mind from a guide. Because here's the thing, if you start to rely on that, seriously, if you start to rely on it, there is a grave possibility that you could start to develop relationships with those on the other side that you do not want to. And by that I mean a malevolent spirit, or a grounded entity, a grounded spirit, a mischievous spirit, and they're there, whether you believe them or not, whether you believe in it or not, it's there. Whether you want to hide yourself in a way and not believe it, it is there. So it's very, very important. Let me get my coffee a minute. Do you like my grumpy mug, okay? Because sometimes my wife says I can be a bit grumpy. Okay, actually, did you see that? No, it's on this side. Grumpy. Favourite mugs. My Walt Disney mugs. Alright, so by relying on every single thing that you do, having to communicate with a guide, you get so used to that, your energy, your vibration, you get so used to actually relying on that it's very easy for a malevolent spirit to infiltrate, become an imposter guide, and to start giving you wrong information. Now that's another lesson in another video, but what I want to try and get down to you, what's going to make you a really good medium, what's going to make you someone that can differentiate between your spirit, your spirit connection and your material life, is to be grounded, okay? To be grounded in the moment, to understand where your place is in the universe, to be grounded in that particular moment in time. Because when you are grounded and you understand and you can feel the resonant energies around you from the material point of view, then when spiritual spiritual energies, not enemies, although they probably are out there, but spiritual energies descend upon you, when you start to raise your vibration and they come down and meet you, you are able to discern those different energies, and then you're able to discern from your guide, because that relationship, your guide is not there, seriously, not there to just not there to just live your life for you, right? You've got to remain grounded. You can't. A spirit guide is not there just to tell you everything you need to do, who you should meet for coffee, who you should marry, what you should do. You have to take responsibility in your own life, because taking the responsibility in your own life allows you to grow further in spirit. By not taking responsibility, you're not learning, and therefore you're not growing, and therefore your vibration is not getting more sensitive to the other side, and you're not developing your real relationships. So my advice, and for people that are out there and interested on how often they should talk to their guides, really in your meditation, when you're developing you in spirit groups, or maybe you're doing a sit-in or a reading or something, and you can have a time that you meditate and you communicate with your guides. Have some kind of relationship that is understood. You have barriers as well. You have to have, sorry, not barriers, boundaries, because you have to live your life here in the present. You still have laws and regulations that govern this life, and therefore you still have to live in this life. So don't go about with your head in the clouds thinking that everything you do has to be governed by your guide, or you have to ask for permission from your guide, or you need to get in touch with your guide to decide what you're going to have for lunch. Okay? That is not a healthy relationship, especially if you're developing your mediumship or developing any aspect to your own personal spirituality. You want to be able to have a clear division between you and them, and you blend it together at the right time. So it's very important that relationship has its boundaries, because you don't want to open yourself up to energies that you don't want. That's very important. So that's just a quick one, guys. Let me know, if you agree or if you don't agree, or if this goes against what you've been taught. And if you are a person who actually does live your life by your guide giving you all information and trying to, then let me know. Let me know if that's what you're happy with, or have you had any bad experiences with that. And anybody who has had bad experiences because they tried to live their life through a guide and then it came crumbling down or something happened, I want to know. I want to know if you've tried to develop that relationship and it didn't work out for you. Did you have bad experiences because everything that you did was for a guide? Because they might not be who they actually say they are. And that is primarily because you're trying so hard to develop that relationship that you cannot live your own life without living in the spirit constantly. You don't have to do that. You have to remain grounded. You have to be you. Every now and again, you have to go out, have a burger. You have to go out and have a drink and a beer. And you have to laugh. And you cannot just live your life 24/7 with your head in the clouds, because that's not reality. And that doesn't serve people for a greater purpose who may be grieving, or people who need your empathy and your understanding. You still have to understand life in order to be able to empathize with them. So, let me know, guys. What's your relationship with your guides like? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you the next time. God bless.